So I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Cornel West, but Cornel West is a pastor. He is a anti-poverty activist. He is a civil rights activist. He has been advocating on behalf of impoverished and black people for a very long time. He's been involved in activism, particularly left-wing socialist activism, for a very, very long time. And he has now decided, well, not right now, but months ago, he decided to run for president. Now, I have not been private about this. I think as of right now, structurally, third-party runs do nothing outside of try to highlight topics. When I worked for the Mike Gravel campaign when I was 18, even then, I believed this. I didn't believe I was gonna make Mike Gravel president. Mike Gravel died like 1 to 2 years after the campaign ended. He was too old to be president, to be quite frank. But I believed at the time, and I still do believe it when it comes to definitely Yemen, that highlighting the stuff we were highlighting was important. That doesn't mean I agree with everything the Gravel Institute did afterwards. But point is, all I thought that third-party run would do is add pressure on a topic or bring attention to something. When it comes to running for president, a third-party candidate cannot win structurally. It's difficult to hit the 5% amount for even the Libertarian Party. And their best performance back during the 2016 election, they were at 4% with Gary Johnson. And their membership numbers have only been declining. Their budgeting has only been declining. The Green Party was not even close. I just think structurally, third parties don't have a chance. And so I'm going to put my votes towards parties that have a chance because I want to do my best in order to make it so my political influence in our democracy has the most impact. And I feel that the best way to do that is to contribute to who actually has a chance of winning, because I want to have the best impact that I can on my country. Anyway, that's my perspective on third-party candidates, so you know my bias going into this. But that doesn't mean I don't, ever monitor third parties or don't think third parties don't ever say anything useful or they can't bring up important topics, because I look at third parties sometimes, or third-party candidates sometimes, as people who drag the country in a certain direction, drag us towards a better healthcare options, drag us towards ending, support for authoritarian dictatorships brutalizing their own people. I can see them highlight certain issues that can be useful. But Cornel West's campaign, it's hard for me to understand how useful it's going to be when it even comes to that, since I disagree with the idea that he even has a chance of winning, because he keeps making a mess of his campaign. So Cornel West is now joining a new political party. Not only is he's joining a new political party, he's starting a new political party. So Cornel West, let me tell you how he did this campaign so far. He ran for president as part of the People's Party. The People's Party, they helped organize that big rally against Ukraine aid in DC. They don't have ballot access. I call them the podcast party because the only people that push them are podcasters. I've never seen anyone seriously involved in political activism stick with them for long. And Cornel West was added to that list because he then left the People's Party and then jumped ship to the Green Party. And then after that, he jumped ship to be an independent. He's going to run as an independent candidate, so no political party. And now again, he has changed ships. He's changed the banner. He's changed the mast. He's taken down the flag, and he's changed it again into his new political party, the Truth, Justice, Love Party, the Justice for All Party. Let's listen to what he has to say.
We are proud to already be on the ballot in the state of Alaska, Oregon. We're on the move, and we have a 50-state strategy.
He listed 2 states, as if that was impressive. The Libertarians, which is currently having their party ran to the mountainside by the Mises Caucus, has more ballot access.
That's why the establishment of the Justice for All Party, that's right, we're calling for the Justice for All Party to be...
I have to assume that he only has ballot access in 2 states, because why would he only name 2 states? If I was like, there are millions and millions of people who support me, Jeremy, Joshua. Now, about my policy of deportation, like, it sounds like there's only 2.
used
Maybe there was others that he just didn't mention for some reason and decided to go with Alaska,
to gain
which is, of course, a big swing state.
access to the ballot in those states where it's easier to gain access to the ballot party as opposed to independent. I'll be an independent in other states. But I'm calling for you.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what?
Of the Justice for All Party. That's right. We're calling for the Justice for All Party to be used to gain access to the ballot in those states where it's easier to gain access to the ballot party as opposed to independent. I'll be an independent in other states.
What? Okay, so how confusing. Okay, so in some states, he's going to be listed as an independent, but in other states, he's going to be listed as part of a new political party that was just founded. So are you guys not pushing the political party? Is it not like a serious political party? Is it just a ballot access tool so you can get into certain states they've been having trouble getting ballot access to? Is that what it is? I mean, it sounds like ballot access has been a big issue for him. And I said this immediately when he signed up with the People's Party. I said they don't have ballot access. If you're seriously trying to run for president, the bare minimum you need is ballot access if you want a chance in hell of making any sort of a splash. And so it didn't take long for him to jump ship because of that. But then he went to the Green Party and then jumped ship for them, become an independent. Now this. Is this the last jump? Is he going to jump again? That's the first question, because the more he does this, the more people lose faith that he has a strategy, has a plan, or that his effort is worth it. Because if I was somebody who was seriously considering donating to Cornel West, and I see him jumping ship again, jumping ship again, to me, it feels like he's winging it. It feels like he's winging it. Could you imagine an elected official doing something like this? Yeah, I'm a Democrat. Actually, now I'm a Republican. Actually, I'm a Democrat again. Oh, now actually I'm an independent. No, actually, I just started the cool party. But actually, I'm only part of the cool party in this state and these other. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. It sounds like he really ran for president without, or announced he was running for president without knowing, well, I guess like how to run for president. And that ballot access is the bare minimum. And now he's trying to find workarounds because he couldn't figure it out at the start because he wasted so much time part of political parties that are more jokes than parties because they just can't even get ballot access. I mean, the People's Party doesn't even really take that much effort into getting ballot access. They spend their time, again, pushing their party on podcasts and hosting rallies that are not getting candidates elected, but just trying to stop Ukraine aid. They're putting more effort in trying to stop a nation from fighting off an imperialist invasion than they are in actually running for office. And that's who he signed up with first. So I think that did show they didn't really have much of a plan. He didn't really know what he was doing. And now he's trying to figure it out as he goes.
But I'm calling for you.
And I'm just going to throw out there that if you want to use your money wisely, you should probably give it to someone who knows what they're doing. Just throw it out there and who's upfront about what they're doing. Honestly, I think donating to someone like Marianne Williamson would probably be more effective than donating to someone like Cornel West. At least she knows what party she's a part of and what she's doing. At least she has a consistent strategy. There's some stability in what she's doing in her campaign.
You as volunteer, you as citizen, you to become part of this campaign, which ain't nothing but a moment in a movement based on the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., Fannie Lou Hamer, Dorothy Day, Rabbi Heschel, Edward Zaied, Cesar Chavez. It goes on and on. The best of the history of America, the best of the president of America, concerned about poor and working people, Justice for All Party. We're on our way to 50 states. Come with us. Be a part of us.
For all
Justice.
Wait, we got some Justice for All members. Let's check them out.
Justice for all.
Justice for all.
And justice for all.
justice for all.
And justice for all.
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 And justice for all.
See, this is what confuses me, because he has all this time to have all these people saying justice for all, but then he only mentions 2 states that he has ballot access to. which then further leads me to believe that he only has ballot access to 2 states.
Justice for all.
Justice
And if I remember the New Hampshire primary, Cornel West was like a write-in.
for all.
Justice
That's the only time I've seen his name anywhere on any ballot was as a write-in.
Justice for all.
Justice for all.
And justice for all.
It's cool that they got every single Cornel West voter and put them in a video. Man, again, I like the sentiment of Cornel West's campaign of focusing on working class and poor people. I like that. I like many of the themes of Cornel West's campaign. Not his foreign policy stuff is atrocious. But the American left, when it comes to having a serious foreign policy on issues like Ukraine and others, they were completely left blindsided by this war. Completely left blindsided and with their narratives dominated by Russian imperial history. So that's not that surprising to me. But I like the general themes about some of the messages of the campaign. So I'm not like angry Cornel West is running or anything, or I just think that he's wasting people's money if he's going to keep jumping from party to party to party to party to party and didn't have a plan for ballot access or actually how to run a presidential campaign. You know, these activists, these people who are super focused and believe in your effort. You have a kind of a duty to do your best in this. And the more you keep jumping from party to party to party, more it sounds like you're not putting in your full effort, and you just kind of just went like, you know what, I'm going to run for president, and just went from there. Which, if that's what you did, okay, fine. But if you're going to be winging it, then make it a porch campaign where you run by yourself, and don't take all these, don't take all these like activists who dedicate their time and effort and money to you and lead them on a false crusade. I'm not saying that none of the messages that they're pushing are all bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that this is a fucking mess, and dumping money into a mess seems like a waste of time to me.